Remembering a legend and friend tonight, our longtime political reporter Tom Monahan has passed away. Tom died Sunday night in Bonita Springs, Florida. He was 84 years old. The Bristol native lived and breathed politics, earning the nickname the Senator. Here's a look back at Tom's remarkable career.
The Hartford Civic Center has been called the Beat of Hartford.
Tom Monahan owned the beat in a legendary career that lasted 45 years in our West Hartford newsroom.
Tom Monahan, 30 News at the state capitol.
Tom would have what I would call the Bristol touch. He never forgot his roots. He was very down to earth.
He always had that way about him, his Irish demeanor, wit, and charm. And he always knew where to be, when to be, and who to be around. And that's why Tom broke more big stories than anybody else.
Tom anchored during the 1978 Civic Center roof collapse.
Shortly after 4 o'clock this morning, the roof of the Coliseum portion of the Civic Center collapsed.
And broke the story in 1997 of the Whalers leaving.
The governor's got a lot of the issues to think about. So do we.
Tom also broke the news of the New England Patriots' intention to come to Hartford.
And I looked at Tom and I go, "Are you sure? Are you positive? Beyond a doubt." And he looked at me right in the eyes and he goes, "I got it."
So today, after flashing a shirt that says Connecticut 2001 coming to a stadium near you, Governor Rowland sat down and signed the bill that brings the NFL team to Hartford.
And then broke the news of the Patriots' decision to back out of the deal. The late Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman reflected on the day in August of 2000 when Al Gore picked him as his vice presidential running mate.
I walk out the side door and who's right there but Tom Monahan? He calls my name and I think to myself, oh man, how am I not going to talk to Tom Monahan?
Senator Lieberman, let me first of all congratulate you.
He really had that capability of straddling friendships and political alliances, and whether you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, everybody adored him.
Former Governor John Rowland remembers Tom taking the ferry to Block Island as the only television reporter at the former governor's wedding.
He was kind of holding the top of the boat.
It's a trip of about an hour and 10 minutes.
He went through 15 takes because every time he got into it, he would start to get seasick.
Tom retired in 2010 to spend more time with his wife Nancy and their extended family. An Emmy Award winner and inductee into multiple broadcasting halls of fame, our former colleague Jerry Brooks sums up Tom's legacy.
Loyalty. Loyalty to his family, loyalty to his wife Nancy, loyalty to NBC Connecticut and his friends, whether they were work friends or lifelong friends from Bristol. Just a gem of a man.
And Amber, our former colleague Lou Brown said of Tom, the dean of the state capitol press corps represented an era of journalistic integrity, not only in Connecticut, but nationwide. Tom was a true friend to everyone he met. I was one of those people. I got here in 1996 in the prime of Tom's career, and he was humble, great sense of humor, kind of took me under his wing. I was there with him with the Whaler story, the Patriots, just watching him work his magic. And the most important thing to know about Tom Monahan, took his work very seriously, never took himself too seriously. We can all learn from that.
And I love the personal stories about him getting sick on the ferry. It's cool stuff to really hear from people who knew him well.
Governor Rowland clearly had an affection for Tom, as so many politicians
Absolutely.
did.
And Tom obviously spent a lot of time at the state capitol, and lawmakers are remembering him fondly tonight.
Certainly very professional and knew the issues, of course, and knew enough to, hold people accountable. And he was skeptical but not cynical, which is a really important trait, I think, for all journalists. But then off the air, just a really wonderful sense of humor, and just kind of informal guy and an aw shucks, like no ego or anything about him, even though, he would go anywhere and people, of course, would recognize him and, slap him on the back, Tom, Tom, Tom. But just one of those people like you would want to sit and get a beer with, you'd want to be friends with, just a great guy.
And before he was a state senator, Derek Slapp was a reporter and actually worked with Monahan for several years. Tom, once again, clearly made an impact on a lot of people's lives. I wish I met him.
Yeah, we had so much fun covering the then GHO together. I think he enjoyed getting off the political beat for a few days and being able to have an opinion about things. Tom, we're going to miss you. God bless you. You were the best. May you rest in peace.